Today, I'm going to meet up with the Gunzerker from Borderlands 2 and tell you all there is to know about him. Hey, what's going on, guys? Swizz HD here, and I'm starting my epic 4-part series called Let's Meet, where I meet up with the 4 main characters of Borderlands 2, and I try to get all the pre-release information I can for all the main characters and give it to you guys. Now, I may make a sequel to this when Borderlands 2 comes out to maybe compare the information that the Borderlands 2 actual game has versus the rumors and the information that they have pre-release. I felt that it was appropriate that we start off this series with the Gunzerker because he is the main person on the cover of the Borderlands 2 case, so I figured he's going to be playing a big role and he's going to have a lot of cool things in this guy, and they probably put most of the work in this guy trying to make this dude as cool as possible, all these cool features. So I'm feeling he's going to have a lot of features, he's going to have a lot of things going down inside his little character class. So he's going to take the most of the work trying to get all the information for him. So let's kick this off. Every class in Borderlands 2 can shoot guns, but they're distinguished by their primary action skills. The Gunzerker, for instance, can temporarily wield 2 guns at once. Built around these primary skills are elaborate trees that modify how the primary skills work. Gearbox's lead writer Anthony Birch and the lead designer John Hemingway explain how. So what does dual mean aside from being able to put out more damage? According to Anthony Birch, I can combine a shock machine gun and a fire shotgun and charge with machine gun, firing to drop enemy shields, and then light them on fire when the shotgun at close range melts their face. The Gunzerker gets 3 skill trees, each of which represent a different style of play. We certainly added more skills, we wanted the trees to be more unique. Now moving on to Salvador's abilities, his Rampage skill tree is about being a whirlwind of destruction. A lot of skills are actually based off of movie quotes. With the skill Yippee-Ki-Yay, while you're gunzerking or dual wielding guns, anytime you kill an enemy it increases the duration of gunzerking. What happens is that you get a really large encounter with a lot of enemies, it becomes exciting. You immediately enter the Gunzerking mode, and every time you kill them, you get a bigger and stronger and badder and just completely go on a rampage through the fight. As long as you can keep killing things, you can just keep on berserking forever. There's also the Brawn skill tree, where you can learn the Come At Me Bro skill. With this, while Gunzerking, you can let out a taunt and get enemies to focus on you, but then for the next several seconds you get a ton of damage reduction. But also the movement you taunt, you instantly go to full health. So it's actually fantastic. You're in the middle of a fight, you're doing so well, so rather than die, you just start taunting. Go to full health and then proceed to kill them all as they all focus on you. It's a fantastic moment and a great example of something you do in the Brawn skill tree. While that could be useful while playing alone, it also seems especially well tuned for a multiplayer situation if a teammate is getting beat up and near death. You won't be locked into a skill tree, you can distribute points across multiple trees like in the first game. You can't learn every skill though, but you can reorganize your build if you're unhappy with your initial decisions. We want to talk specifically about how you can do respecking, but our philosophy has always been that it should be very, very easy and very cheap. You know, in the first game, respecking was ridiculously cheap to do, and you could do whenever you wanted. We do everything we can do and encourage experimentation so the players can try out different things. The third skill tree is called Gunlust. While according to Birch is all about doing crazy and interesting things with guns, there's one skill called No Kill Like Overkill, and anytime you kill an enemy, an excessive amount of damage you dealt is converted to health for you. Once you have this skill, you really want a gun to finish off enemies and that does a ton of damage in one shot. So it's not uncommon for us to see Gunzerkers go with the SMGs or something, some fast, high rate of fire but low damage weapon, because you get a guy's health low and then swap to a sniper rifle or revolver and get a ton of health back. Gearbox wants players to use these skills together as well, like using the Money Shot skill in the conjunction with the No Kill Like Overkill. Money Shot makes it so that the last bullet fired from any clip does massive damage. So image you have a revolver, you're going bang 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 kaboom, and then all of a sudden a guy explodes and you reload and do it again. Hemingway elaborated on the combination possibilities. So you have Money Shot, the last shot in your chamber is super powerful, and then you have No Kill Like Overkill. You can just go about from almost no health to completely full health if you just use your skills accurately and a good shot. Skill trees aren't the only way to alter how Gunzerkers fight. Like in the original, you can get grenade types and more equipment for various effects. A skill called Double Your Fun, for instance, ties into the grenade system. If you throw a grenade while Gunzerking, you actually end up throwing 2 grenades, but the second grenade doesn't cost any ammo. What we're seeing people do is they're collecting grenade mods, which when they explode, throw out more grenades. While you're Gunzerking, that'll throw out another set, and it just keeps on going like a domino effect. The skills and the loot really have interesting kinds of interplay. We were talking about the bronze tree earlier. You can min-max the Gunzerker to just have the ultimate health machine if you find the right kind of shield. There's some shields that have a low amount of actual shield, but increase your overall health. If you want to spec for those, you can just be a walking tank that will never, ever die. Your damage won't be as spectacular as someone who is going with the Gunlust or Rampage tree, but you can just be an aggro sponge for your team. All the skills in the loot have been sort of designed in such a way that you can combine them in crazy ways. Of course, since this is all pre-release information, nothing is set in stone, and there's going to be many ways to modify your characters. But Gearbox isn't really talking about that just yet. Though I haven't had a chance to play it, Gearbox is saying all the right things about Borderlands 2 so far. It is expected to be released in 2012 for PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and PC. Alright guys, so this is all the information I've gathered for the Gunzerker so far. Of course, if there's more information that's been released, I will post a video response to this one to my updated video. I hope you enjoyed episode 1 of Let's Meet. Stay tuned to episode 2 where I'll be meeting up with the Siren, Maya.